Alright, good afternoon, good evening. Break 175. So what's that now? 8, 9, 10, 8, 22 elite breaks we're up to. I'm getting through them now. Some big hits. A couple of disappointments as well, so not all big hits. Let's hope tonight's one of those good ones. Let me bring up chat and our team list. Our team list for today: Broncos, Jeff Warnes; Raiders, Gareth Lawson; Bulldogs, Brian McGovern; Sharks, Chris Duggan; Titans, Shane Murtagh; Manly, Shane Murtagh; Storm, Dave Nyman; Knights, Ben Condon; Cowboys, Neil Spicer; Eels, Jai Dawson; Panthers, Adam Parsons; Rabbitohs, Peter Clark; Dragons, Warren Stoddart; Roosters, Neil Spicer; Warriors, Shane Murtagh; and Tigers, Thomas Jack. So Shane's got a few spots today. Yeah, actually I didn't think about that. So it is a public holiday here tomorrow, so there is no postage. And only Titans left in our next break, guys. So yeah, 176. We're doing 175 tonight at the moment. Alright, and our case card. Mr. Shane Murtagh. So one of three teams. Number 29, Brian Kelly and the Titans. And welcome everyone that's joining. Let's go. Box number 1. G'day, Jeff. Good luck, mate. Rocco Berry Speed Series for the Warriors. Second pack in. Black League Sensations. Number 27. Elliot Whitehead for the Raiders. Gareth Lawson. Open up. Number 27. Kevin Nakama, parallel for the Roosters. Philomena Hennessy, Women's NRL for the Eels. Dally M, Ruben Garrick for Manly. Justin Olam, parallel for Storm. Blake Taff, Speed Series for the Rabbitohs. Emerald Mojo. For the night, Mr. Mitchell Barnett. What are we? Number 7. Women's NRL, Taryn Aiken for the Broncos. Josh Jackson, parallel for the Bulldogs. Brian Totter, Speed Series for the Panthers. Ronaldo Mulatalo, parallel for the Sharks. Master Series for the Kangaroos. Josh Curran, parallel for the Warriors. Indigenous All-Stars, Braden Trindle. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for the Knights. Ruby Mojo, Nick Kotrick for the Raiders. Number 13. Indigenous All-Stars, Addo Carr. Rabbitohs Parallel Checklist. Speed Series, Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. Dane Laurie, parallel for the Tigers. Isaiah Yeo, Dally M for Panthers. Speed Series, Addo Carr for the Bulldogs. Milwaukee Fodawaika, parallel for the Titans. Yasmin Meeks, Women's NRL for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Teague Wilton for the Sharks. Josh Kerr, parallel for the Dragons. Hey, patch. So we've had a Black League sensation, Emerald, and a patch.
All in the first box.
All in the first box. Number 15, Dylan Walker. Again, we had Dylan Walker last night. Number 15. Shane Murtaugh with the man. Autumn Rain, Women's NRL for the Knights. Autumn Stevens, not sure. Valami Kickout, parallel for Panthers. A lot of hyphenated names. Realistically, you don't say the second name most of the time. My daughter's Charlie Rose. And yeah, she doesn't get Rose. Shannon Mato, Maori All-Stars. I haven't heard what the commentators, how they pronounce it. Karina Brown, Speed Series for the Titans. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. Last but not least for our first box, and it has been a big first box. We got Maori All-Stars, Patil Avet Welsh. Let me tell you, she's quite popular at Tilbert Welsh. Alright, box number 2, let's go. So once again, unfortunately we won't be able to send the break cards out tomorrow as it is a local public holiday. Yasmin Meeks, Speed Series for the Roosters. Reid Marnie, parallel for the Eels. I'm not exactly used to it still, being from New South Wales. But they get a public holiday for the local Gold Coast show up here. Romy Tietzel, a Speed Series for the Knights. Harry Grant, parallel for the Storm. Which means my partner being in hospitality at Dreamworld, she's working tomorrow and I'm at home with the kids. Cody Nikarima, Mary All Stars. Cool. First box, we got the Black League. Well, everyone knows what we got the first box. It was the big box. And we have continued it with number 3, Harry Grant League Team Sensation. Dave Nyman. Congratulations, mate. That is a very sought after card at the moment. Rachel Pearson, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. I'm just hoping with all those big hits at the beginning we save something for the end. That'll be a bit disappointing. Starting off this big. Bridie Parker, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Sam Walker, parallel for the Roosters. Alex Johnston, Dally M for the Rabbitohs. So Mr. Jeff, you're a regular viewer. I played around with the settings a little bit before we started on the cameras. What do you think? Do you reckon I've improved it at all? Jataya Fafua, Speed Series for the Titans. David Nofaluma, parallel for the Tigers. Let me know how it is on your end and if you think I can improve it in any way, and I'll try my best before the next one. Tyrell Sloan, Speed Series for the Dragons. Eventually we've got to get there. I've just got to remember to plug the cameras in before I start the app. Otherwise I get errors. I've learnt that now. Roosters Master Series. We've only been doing it this long and I'm still learning, unfortunately. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Brent Naden, parallel for the Bulldogs. Nico Hines, parallel for the Sharks. Maddie Studden, Women's NRL for the Eels. Cody Nikarima, parallel for the Warriors. Ruby Mojo, Kieran Foran for Manly, number 28. Bailey Simonson, Speed Series for the Eels. I think with the glitches and the sound streaming only to YouTube, that helps a lot with those. Ronaldo Mulatalo, Dally M for the Sharks. And I think the quality is more important over streaming to multiple places. And with the dramas we keep having with Facebook, I prefer YouTube over Facebook. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. So Herbie Farmworth, parallel for Broncos. I'll probably still do things like the Razzes in Facebook instead of YouTube. Selwyn Cobbo, Indigenous All-Stars. So that's only because the Razzes are in the Facebook group, so we'll keep it tidy. Tony Staggs, Speed Series for Broncos. Hammer Fido, parallel for Cowboys. And the Raz videos are only short and sweet, so with no cameras. Hey! I think that's a bit rude, to be honest. Only because of the cards we've had in this box. But number 3, Black Diamond for the Knights, Tyson Frizzell. I know they're 1 per case, so if it wasn't this box, it was another box. But we already had the league, the team league sensation in this box. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for Titans. Raiders parallel checklist. Young Guns, Jackson Paulo for the Rabbitohs. And last but not least, Jordan Rapiner, Maori All-Stars for the Raiders. Alright, let's put you off to the side. Box number 3. Autumn Stevens, Maori All-Stars. White Young Guns, Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. Tavita Pengai Jr., parallel for the Bulldogs. Greg Martius, Speed Series for the Titans. Titans, parallel checklist. Blues Master Series. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Dragons. Hamali Olaka-Atu, parallel for Manly. Speed Series, Jamie Chapman for the Dragons. Women's NRL, Ivania Polite for the Titans. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. Shanae Siasolka, Speed Series for the Broncos. Dylan Walker, Maori All-Stars. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Yellow Diamond for the Knights, Crystal Rota, number 5. Tiana Penatani, Speed Series for the Eels. Mitchell Moses, parallel for the Eels. Ruby Mojo, Sam Walker for the Roosters, number 40. Number 22 for the Titans, Captains, Tino. Jamie Chapman, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Jordan Rapana, parallel for the Raiders. Sapphire Mojo for the Broncos, Herbie Farnworth, number 9. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. Payne Haas, Dally M for Broncos. James Tedesco, Speed Series for the Roosters. Anari Tuala, Speed Series for the Knights. Cowboys Parallel Checklist. Amber Hall, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Alex Johnston, parallel for the Rabbits. 2 packets left. Dally M, James Fisher-Harris for Panthers. Women's NRL Knights Checklist, Alex Twal, parallel for Tigers. They're only 20 minutes in and we're 3 boxes down. these away before I open this one. Oh. Bobby Law, Speed Series for the Knights. Yeah, we started off pretty big actually. Nothing for the Bulldogs yet, unfortunately. Hannah Southwell, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbits. Roosters Master Series. Caitlin Johnston, Indigenous All-Stars. Joey Manu, parallel for the Roosters. Will Kennedy, Speed Series for the Sharks. Destiny Brill, Women's NRL for the Titans. Xavier Coates, parallel for the Storm. White Young Guns, Tyron Wishart for the Storm. Tamika Upton, Indigenous All-Stars. Hudson Young, parallel for the Raiders. Regan Campbell-Gillard, parallel for the Eels. Yellow Diamond Mojo, Elsie Albert for the Dragons, number 31. Oliver Gilder, Speed Series for the Tigers. Ewan Aiken, parallel for Warriors. Funny thing is, Brian, it does normally work. It's funny how often someone drops in when we're doing the day breaks or whatever, if they're at work, and they drop in to see if they've got anything. Nah, sorry mate. And then next thing you know, Chanel Harris Tavita, Maori All-Stars. Tommy Turbo, Dally M for Manly. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. Sapphire Mojo, Mikala Ravalawa for the Dragons, number 6. Eels parallel checklist for the women's. So no, not parallel, sorry. Eels women's NRL checklist. David Clemmer, parallel for the Knights. Women's NRL, Emma Tony Gatto for the Dragons. Broncos parallel checklist. James Tedesco, Dally M for the Roosters. Waka Blake, Speed Series for the Eels. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. James Fisher Harris, Maori All Stars for Panthers. Tommy Turbo, Speed Series for Manly. Isaac Luke, parallel for Titans. Jess Surgis, Speed Series for the Roosters. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. Cowboys Trey's slot looking a bit sorry at the moment. Black Young Guns for the Roosters. Miss Bridie Parker, number 59. Isaiah Yeo for the Panthers, number 45. First numbered hit for Panthers. As Jeff said, it's been a nice spread so far. A couple of teams have got multiple numbered hits so far, but all in all, they're fairly evenly spread around. Let's just hope we can help the teams out that are yet to hit. Still plenty to go. We're on the box number 5 out of the case, which means we have this box and 5 more to go from the case, plus our priority box. Speed Series, Addo Carr for the Bulldogs. Tamika Upton, Indigenous All-Stars. Come on, Brian, this is your box, mate. I can feel it. Let's go, doggies. Lachlan Croker, parallel for Manly. Neil's alright, he's already got a couple of Roosters, so I mean, if he doesn't hit with Cowboys, he won't be too upset, I'm sure. Parallel Luke Thompson for the Bulldogs. Speed Series, Jamie Chapman for the Dragons. Brian Totter, Speed Series for Panthers. Isabel Kelly, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Thomas Flegler, parallel for the Broncos. Maori All Stars, Chanel Harris-Tavita. Toby Rudolph, parallel for the Sharks. Dry Arrow, parallel for the Rabbits. Women's NRL Dragon Checklist. Alex Johnston, Dally M for the Rabbitohs. Brian Kelly, parallel for Titans. James Fisher-Harris, Mary All-Stars. White League Sensations. Number 6 for the Tigers, Luke Brooks. Number 6. Mima Torfa, Women's NRL for the Eels. Nick Kotrick, parallel for the Raiders. Speed Series, Karina Brown for the Titans. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. Sapphire Mojo, number 20, Dane Gagai for the Knights. Alright. Indigenous All-Stars, Caitlin Johnston. Panthers parallel checklist. Sapphire Mojo, Ruby Mojo, Oliver Gildart for the Tigers, number 44. That's our 6th last packet in box number 5. Speed Series Blake Taff for the Rabbitohs. Dally M, Renato Mulatalo for the Sharks. Chad Townsend parallel for the Cowboys. Speed Series, Inari Tuala for the Knights. Master Series for the Kangaroos, or in the Kangaroos. Moses Mbai, parallel for the Dragons. Got 2 left, Brian. I think I might have got it wrong. Tasman Grey, Women's NRL for the Titans. I had high hopes for you in this box. Young Guns, Tallulah Tillett for the Knights. James Tarmo, parallel for the Tigers. Alright, box number 6. It's alright, maybe Bulldogs are holding out for the priority. Priority Young Gun. Or maybe a league team sensation in there, team league sensation. Jaden Campbell, Speed Series for the Titans. Xavier Coates, Speed Series for Storm. And Jazz Tavega, Maori All-Stars. Sean Lane, parallel for the Eels. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for Panthers. White, league sensation, Junior Paulo for the Eels, number 29. Jai Dawson. Tegan Berry, women's NRL for the Dragons. Sean Johnson, parallel for the Warriors. Millie Boyle, women's NRL for the Broncos. Cody Walker, Dally M for the Rabbitohs. Ryan Totter, Dally M for Panthers. Jackson Hastings, parallel for Tigers. Nick Kotrick, Speed Series for the Raiders. Master Series in the Blues. Paul Vaughan, parallel for the Bulldogs. Indigenous All-Stars, Ruben Cotter. Yeah, nice. It's never over till it's over. Alex Johnston, Speed Series for the Rabbitohs. Felice Kafusi, parallel for the Storm. And worst case scenario, Brian, you do get a $50 gift card to put towards a numbered card that you did want. Murray Talagi, Speed Series for the Cowboys. And hopefully that doesn't happen and we can score you some hits. Nice parallel checklist. Ruby Mojo, Katoni Staggs for the Broncos, number 4. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Yeah, right. Well, hopefully Payne Haas parallel for the Broncos. I would be a bit upset for you if at least one of them didn't do well. Kamora Breeley, women's NRL for the Titans. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. It's only Titans left in Brian, in 176 Brian, so if it sells out tonight or tomorrow, we will be able to break that one Saturday morning. Kevin Proctor, Maori All-Stars. Cody Ramsey, Speed Series for the Dragons. Tallulah Tillett, Women's NRL for the Knights. Jason Taumalolo, parallel for the Cowboys. Yellow Diamond Mojo, Samaima Taufa for the Eels, number 26. White Young Guns, Zara Canfield for the Titans. Charles Nicole Cockstad, parallel for the Raiders. And last but not least, for box number 6. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks.
Well,
alright. We've got 4 more boxes from the case. Teal Vet Welsh, Women's NRL for the Eels. Brendan Smith, Dally M for Storm. Tigers parallel checklist. Romy Teetsel, Speed Series for the Knights. Blues Master Series, Matt Duffy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Zahara Tamara, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Cowboys. White Young Guns, Tolator Koala for the Manly. Women's NRL, Bobby Law for the Knights. Roosters parallel checklist. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Raiders. Speed Series, Tyrell Sloan for the Dragons. Patil, Yvette Welsh, Maori All-Stars. I think Gufferson, parallel for the Eels. No, he's not even taking his granddaughters.
what are you going on about?
Jeff wants to know if you're taking me to the show tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Tiana Benatoni, Speed Series for the Eels.
Paying enough Jeff, he can take himself. We've got to pay him for a public bloody holiday.
Brian Tyler, parallel for Panthers. Yellow Diamond Mojo, Tasman Grey for the Titans. He's a meanie. Thanks. 62.
Only Jeff.
If I Matt Burton, Dally M for Panthers. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Warriors. Lauren Brown, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Shanae Siasolka, Speed Series for the Broncos. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Black Young Guns, Jake Simpkin for the Tigers, number 87. Oh, good number there. Ruby Mojo. Another one for the Knights. David Clemmer, number 8. Knights cleaning up. Yeah, Ben Condon. Pretty sure he done well in the last break too. Josh Adokar, Indigenous All-Stars. Jordan Ricky, parallel for the Broncos. Mary All-Stars, Shannon Mato. Fourth last packet for box number 7. Fraden Trindle, Indigenous All-Stars. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Speed Series, James Tedesco for the Roosters. Cameron Munster, parallel for the Storm. And last but not least, Roosters in the Master Series, Josh Papali, parallel for the Raiders. Woo. Our second one, Kangaroos, number 5. Someone's getting a Fitler. So we'll randomise that at the end with the rest of the Master Series cards. White Young Guns, Reece Walsh for the Warriors. Yellow Diamond Mojo, Roosters Checklist, number 24. Indigenous All-Star, Autumn Stevens. Maori All-Stars, Autumn Stevens. Indigenous All-Stars, Josh Curran. Isaiah Papali'i, parallel for the Eels. Tony Stagg, Speed Series for the Broncos. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. Hammerfido, Speed Series for the Cowboys. Jake Clifford, parallel for the Knights. Dylan Walker, Maori All-Stars. Bailey Simonson, Speed Series for the Eels. Alright, halfway through box number 8. Brittany Brealey, Women's NRL for the Titans. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Ruby Mojo, Regan Campbell Gillard for the Eels, number 25. Speed Series, Yasmin Meeks for the Roosters. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Justin Olam, Dally M for Storm. Daniel Tupou, parallel for the Roosters. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Storm, parallel checklist. Paige McGregor, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Jack Bird, parallel for the Dragons. Women's NRL, Jada Ferguson for Broncos. Dally M, Valami Kickout, parallel for Panthers. Kyle Felt, parallel for Cowboys. Speed Series, Shaylee Bent for the Dragons. 4 packets left in box number 8. Speed Series, Jataya Fafua for the Titans. Romy Teetsel, Women's NRL for the Knights. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. Sapphire Mojo, number 23 out of 23, Eels checklist. Alright, last packet for the box. Parallel, Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos. Box number 9. We're not even an hour into the break. Well, we're up to box number 9 on the hour. Not bad. I'll take that. Cody Nikarima, Maori All-Stars. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Jared Rivera Hargraves, parallel for the Roosters. Remus Smith, Speed Series for the Storm. Tiana Navidi, Women's NRL for the Eels. Women's NRL for the Dragons, Keezy Apps. Dally M, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Kenny Bromwich, parallel for the Storm. Speed Series, Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Emerald Mojo. Number 7. Tigers Checklist. Thomas Jack. Dally M, Sam Walker for the Roosters. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Panthers Master Series. Warriors parallel checklist. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Dane Gagai, parallel for Knights. Bradman Best, Speed Series for the Knights. Dale Finucane, parallel for the Sharks. Ruby Mojo. Number 5. Titans checklist. Titans doing alright. I thought they had more hits in the tray. I know they got the milestone card. Case card. White Young Guns. Will Penasini for the Eels. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbits. Indigenous All-Stars, Selwyn Cobbo. Women's NRL Roosters checklist. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for Panthers. Jordan Rapiner, Mary All-Stars. Speed Series, Jason Saab for Manly. Corey Thompson, parallel for Titans. Women's NRL, Georgia Hale for the Titans. Black League Sensations. Number 17, Brian To'o for Panthers. Adam Parsons. Mikau Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons. Batil Vet Welsh, Speed Series for the Eels. And last but not least, packet 4, box number 9. Speed Series, Xavier Savage for the Raiders and Oliver Gildart, parallel for the Tigers. Alright. Let's just tidy these ones up and we will get into the last box of the case. Let's go. Master Series in the Kangaroos, Ben Hunt, parallel for the Dragons. Olivia Koenig, women's NRL for the Roosters. Stefano Utakamanu, parallel for the Tigers. Young Guns, Brad Schneider for the Raiders. Had quite a few people send emails in for Collectors Club overnight. I will get them fixed up later on. Stafford Toa, Speed Series for the Tigers. Shante Poco, Women's NRL for the Knights. Kurt Capewell, parallel for the Broncos. Indigenous All-Stars, Brent Naden. Kieran Foran, parallel for Manly. Maori All-Stars, Morgan Harper. Ooh, captains. Don't know if I've actually seen one of these in the break yet. Number 46 for the Eels, Clint Gufferson and Junior Paulo. Pretty sure we've probably had one, but I don't think I've opened one. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Charlie Staines, Speed Series for the Panthers. Corbin Baxter, Maori All-Stars. Sharks Parallel Checklist. Thomas Burgess, parallel for the Rabbits. Reece Walsh, Speed Series for the Warriors. And Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. Black Young Guns. Number 38, Hamoli Olakau'atu for Manly. Ruby Mojo, Zach Lomax for the Dragons, number 24. Women's NRL, Serena Naitaka for the Eels. Dally M, Isaiah Papali'i for the Eels. Dade Fafita, parallel for the Titans. Indigenous All-Stars, Nico Hines. Stephen Crichton, parallel for Panthers. Dally M, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Joseph Tapine, parallel for Raiders. Fifth last packet for the case. Speed Series, Matt Burton for Bulldogs. Broncos Women's NRL Checklist. Julia Robinson, Speed Series for the Broncos. Daniel Tupou, Speed Series for the Roosters. Cohen Hess, parallel for the Cowboys. And last packet for the case. Finishing with a Sapphire Mojo. Number 1. This team's doing quite well. Mawaki Photo Ika with the Titans. Alright. So last but not least for the break, we have the priority box. What will it hold for us tonight? Let's go. Oh, good luck everyone.
Spoke to TLA today, apparently all redemptions are available.
So patches, signatures, everything.
Apparently so, that's what Terry told me.
Well, there you go, guys.
I'm not promising it's 100%.
No, we're not guaranteeing it, but we have been told by TLA all redemptions are available. So if you have your redemptions, get them in. I suggest get them in quick before everyone else starts sending them in. Greg Marciu, Speed Series for the Titans. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. There you go, he's got tomorrow to send them off before we do. Bailey Simpson, Speed Series for the Eels. Dylan Walker, Maori All-Stars. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. BD for the priority box. Number 2. Neil Spicer with the Cowboys. First hit, numbered hit of the break. Not bad hit. Yeah. And we've got a couple of teams, few teams tonight with no numbers. Still a few numbers to go, but what have we got? Bulldogs, Sharks, Rabbits, Warriors, Cowboys was one, but we got that one out of the way. Tamika Upton, women's NRL for the Broncos. Cole Felt, parallel for Cowboys. Yep. Yeah, Dally M, first Dally M, number 56, Isaiah Yeo for the Panthers. Second Dally M priority, Ruben and Garrick for Manly, number 35. Speed Series, Katoni Staggs for the Broncos. Josh Papali, parallel for the Raiders. Blues Master Series. Women's NRL Elsie Albert for the Dragons. Jack Bird, parallel for the Dragons. Josh Curran, Indigenous All-Stars. Alright. Isaiah Papali'i, parallel for the Eels. And halfway through the priority box. Ruby Mojo. Not sure if this was one of the rubies they already got, or if Regan Campbell Gillard, number 20 for the Eels. Number 20. Another good number. We've had 87 and 20. And 3. Yeah, there's my perfect. Tyrell Sloan, Speed Series for the Dragons. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Daniel Supo, parallel for the Roosters. Sapphire Mojo, number 5, Eels Checklist. Albert Kelly, Indigenous All-Stars. Storm Parallel Checklist. Women's NRL, Grace Griffin for the Titans. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Romy Titzel, Speed Series for the Knights. Shanae Siasolka, Speed Series for Broncos. Autumn Stevens, Mary All-Stars. 3 packets left. Not looking good, guys. Caitlin Avaha Akolo, Women's NRL for the Knights. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. Our priority young gun, number 5, Dominic Young for the Knights. I don't know if they got any Dally M's. I don't think they do off the top of my head. But young guns, yes. Every team has a young gun. Young guns. And the priorities, you've got the chance of the other hits as well. So we could hit a Fitless Sig. We hit a Black Diamond, obviously. We've just hit the Black Young Gun, number 52 for the Titans. Titans having a blinder. Eels till... We had a few teams that had a blinder tonight. Unfortunately, that means a few teams have missed out. Jake Clifford, parallel for the Knights to finish us off. Alright, so the teams that have been unlucky so far. I am, that's right. It's not quite over yet. We still have number 5, Kangaroos signature. Don't give up, Brian. Have hope, mate. It's not over yet. Alright, let's switch over. I do feel your pain though, mate. I really do. Unfortunately, that's the correlation for the cases. It's the luck of the draw. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Here we go. Jeffrey Warnes with the Broncos, taking home the Kangaroos Fitless signature, number 5. Oh well, thank you everyone.
He hasn't got a hit, send him a down.
Yes, that's right. So what have we got? We've got Bulldogs, which is Brian. We got Sharks, which is Chris Duggan. We have Rabbitohs, Peter Clark. And Warriors, Shane Murtagh. All unfortunately going without any hits tonight. Bit unlucky. Yeah.
Check your emails.
Yeah, check your emails.
Tomorrow, because you probably don't get to it tonight.
Yeah. I might not get it till tonight, but I will get them done tomorrow at the latest. So keep an eye on your emails, guys. And thank you for joining us. That's it. That's all, and hope you have